Hooray for Hollywood! Hello there. Stan the Movie Man here with you on the WIMZ.com movie review. This week, overwhelmingly, you voted for me to go see Lincoln, starring Daniel Day-Lewis, Sally Field, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and a ton more. It is, of course, the story of our 16th President, Abraham Lincoln, and his struggle to pass the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery, while at the same time fighting the end of the Civil War. It is a historical epic of huge sweep and grandeur. It has a huge cast. Not everybody gets a lot of screen time, but the time they get, they make the most of. David Strathairn, I'm probably not pronouncing his name right, but he plays William Seward, the Secretary of State, and he's advising Lincoln about what's best to get the amendment passed, even though he doesn't entirely think it's a good idea. And it's sobering to see the debate as it's presented in the film about the 13th Amendment in Congress and how easily the N-word gets thrown around, whether that was how it was done at the time or not. I'm not sure how historically accurate a lot of this stuff is, even though it is based on a book by an historian. But it's hard to believe in this day and time how difficult it was to do the right thing. Steven Spielberg, of course, directed the film, and Daniel Day-Lewis embodies Abraham Lincoln. I mean, he completely disappears into the role, which is what he's kind of known for in his films. And Spielberg treats Lincoln reverently. He is the Christ figure in this story who must be sacrificed at the end of the film. But he does so much good while he's here. It is almost too reverent at times, the way Lincoln is lit, and his patience and his willingness to put up with the arguments against the passage of the amendment, the wheeling and dealing that he has to do to get support is just would test the limits of any man. Now, there are times in the film where Lincoln loses his temper. Usually, though, that is because of his family. Sally Field is Mary Todd Lincoln, who it is said had mental issues, and she's still grieving over the death of her son, Willie. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is Robert Lincoln, the oldest Lincoln child, who is desperate to join the Army so that he can serve his country the way so many other people have been asked to do. And those are two instances where Lincoln becomes just, he's had it. I'm rambling on. I apologize. It is a spectacular film. It won't be everybody's cup of tea. It is 2.5 hours long. And there's no car chases, of course, or horse chases, or violence, really. Well, there is some violence very early in the film. But it is a lot of talking. It is a lot of people doing a lot of talking. And I realize for some that isn't going to be very entertaining. I was riveted. Even though you know what's going to happen, there is a palpable sense of fear and tension that it won't pass, even though you know it's going to. It's a really good film. I think Spielberg has done a spectacular job, perhaps treating Lincoln a little too reverently at times, but in the end, It's a terrific film. 5 guitars. Go to WIMZ.com to read my complete review as well as to vote on the movie that I see next time. Questions or comments can be sent to StanTheMovieMan@att.net, and you can follow me on Twitter @MovieManStan. Till next time, later.